Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Defense of the Patients. We're a Dota 2 podcast, or maybe a Stardew
Something
Valley
like that.
podcast these days.
Or just me and you bullshitting with a pepper of Dota 2 in
Gonna
there.
be some Dota talk today, folks. Stay tuned for that, but we're gonna get some non-Dota 2 talk out of the way here at the top of the show.
Oh man, I've got plenty of it, and I'm sure you do. You go ahead and start.
So, you mentioned my haircut right before the show.
Well, I didn't want it to go unacknowledged.
Well, I don't care.
So I was like, hey, I noticed you got a haircut, by the way. But dudes don't give a shit about that. You know, like I saw you and was like, he got a haircut, and I just noted it. You know what I mean?
I will start giving a shit about it, and I'll tell you why.
Why? It looks fine.
I found a legit barbershop.
Okay.
Like a true barbershop.
Yeah, they
they
your
shape
beard.
my beard.
Look at my beard.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, it's coming in. It's coming
Dude, this
in.
is 2 days. This is just
Here's
a
what
rough
you and
2
I
days.
got to do. Okay.
What's that?
So one is we got to go get a pedicure.
Okay.
Because we've never gone together, you know? And I feel like that would really be a
that'd
good thing for
really
our friendship. It'd be they won't think anything of it, all right?
Okay.
We'll look like two normal homosexual guys.
Yeah. Oh, I love it
in.
when people think we're homosexual. There's
I know.
been several times at the grocery store where you're pushing the cart and I'm walking alongside. It's like, we should really go down this aisle. It's like, no, we don't need to go down the frozen food aisle again. It's like, but I like the frozen food aisle.
Or the lady at the hotel who was pretty sure we were there on a...
I think I called you my partner. I think I did. Because I just was like, fuck
And
it.
in my brain, I was like, I knew you were referencing me as your business partner to her.
Oh, no.
But I knew how it sounded to her.
I was going for the gay thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So you can make all your ridiculous special requests for the fucking room.
For sure. And it's like, I need the toilet paper. You know, this house cleaning service in Las Vegas ties flowers on everything that they can fucking tie flowers on.
Wow.
And not real flowers. Like they'll take the paper towel roll, a new one, and they'll open it and wrap it around and tie a flower. Or they'll take a paper towel roll and they'll flower. The Kleenex, they'll flower. Fucking flowers on everything, dude. And it deters me from wanting to use the paper towels because it's so nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks. I'll take pictures next time I'm down there because they come twice a week. By the way, cleaning service, fucking best thing in the world, dude.
It sounds like it.
If Audrey would let me do one to get a cleaning service here, I would have done it a year ago.
Yeah.
To wake up
If only.
and just be like, I'm a trusting person. I don't think they're going to steal from me. And it's like, what are they going to steal? Audrey's like nice plates. You know what I mean? I don't fucking care. All the real
The
cool
moment
stuff.
they did steal a plate, though, you'd never hear the end of it.
Yeah, whatever. Like, I just would leave, you know, I'd fucking come out here to the shed, play some Dota, and walk inside to, like, they clean places you wouldn't even think needs to be cleaned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you look at the
Places we
baseboards.
definitely would never think need to be cleaned. Yeah.
My cleaning is, like, spraying on the countertops and paper towels, throw it away, done. The house is clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no. Anyway, sorry about that, Tim.
No, so I went to a legit barbershop.
I just hit my knee. Okay, sorry. You went to a legit barbershop.
And I've never had this level of attention paid to my hair ever before.
Okay.
And
Where is this
you
place?
know, in Clinton. I'll give them Archie's Barbershop. If anybody around here, you know, anybody in the
you get a
local
good
area.
conversation too?
Oh, it was the best. It was
Nice.
like old school. There wasn't a white person around. Like it was like old school barbershop. Like felt like I was having flashbacks to watching like Luke Cage, you know, because there's
Like,
so much time
how much
spent in the
fade
barbershop.
did you want type of thing?
No. So what they did is they sat me down, and when they called my name, and he was like, I had written on the sign-in sheet that I wanted a haircut and a shave, and so he sat me down. The first thing he's like, so you want a shave? He's like, you want a clean shave? What do you want? And I was like, I don't shape beards very well. I know that I never have. I was like, I'd like to shape it and know like where I should be shaving it. He's like, all right. And he looked me up and down. He like grabbed my chin, like moved me. He was like, all right, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. And then he said, what you want for the cut? And I said, and he brought the owner over too. And they're sitting down looking at me, and I'm like, I have no idea. He's like, well, what do you like to do? I was like, well, I like to get up in the morning and do jack shit with my hair. And he said, "You got a girl?" I said, "Yep." Yeah. I said, "Yes." He said, "What would she like you to do?" I said, "She'd like me to use fucking product and everything in my hair and fancy myself up."
Probably do the shaved sides, like the shaved everything but the top. I've seen that everywhere.
So then they started asking probing questions, like, "What do I do for a living?"
Wow, attention to detail.
And I told him, what he did for the contractor and everything, for the engineering firm. And the owner's like, "That's a legit job. A legit job requires a legit cut. Give this man a gentleman's cut." And then he walked away. And a gentleman's cut meant nothing to me. But that is what this haircut is.
A gentleman's cut.
It
looks a little, it doesn't look like it's properly done right now.
Well, no, I did not.
I'm just saying, that doesn't look like a gentleman's cut right now.
They leave this long bit in front, and it's so that I can go back with the part.
Oh, nice.
And they sold me some product. And,
all business-like.
You know what?
Are you going to go back to the suits?
No, but I'll do it.
You can't show up wearing that with a gentleman's cut, dude.
So now, the hot shave. I've never had a straight razor shave. Have you ever had one?
No.
Oh, man. It was the best experience ever.
I'm growing until
we should just go to the barbershop right before.
I didn't realize I could grow a beard until I didn't shave.
Just don't shave. And then we'll go to the barbershop. They throw this hot towel on your face that feels amazing just having the hot towel on your face. Then the shaving cream they use is just legit shaving cream. It's amazing. The smell is amazing. It's like a slightly menthol almost. Like it clears your sinuses as you breathe it. It's soothing. It's just the right kind of chilled compared to the hot towel once the hot towel's removed.
Okay.
And he took that straight razor and didn't just shape my beard, which he did. He shaped my hairline. Like he went all around the top and the outsides of my head and precision shaved my hairline. It was the coolest thing. I used the most
good price, bad price.
$25 for the shave and the haircut.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you tip well?
You bet. Yeah.
What'd you tip?
I tipped him $8. I figured that was fair.
That's not good.
That's pretty good.
Now you want to do round numbers.
That's like a 33%.
Round numbers.
Like 10. You think I should have gone to 10?
I would have done like 40.
It'd be worth $35 to go there.
I would have done 40
every other week.
Just 220s. You know what I mean?
Sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
$40. $8 is like
15.
Exactly.
No, 15's way too much.
What's 20%?
15's
do you have a calculator, sir?
Well, 20. I knew what 20% was. 20% was $5, and that was not worth. That was unacceptable. 20% was unacceptable because it was a great experience.
So
great music. Not like at one point the owner's joking or he asked me, he's like, "I bet you've been going to Great Clips." He's like, places like that. I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I have."
That's where
all my life I've been going to places like that. And he said, "Yeah, you walk in there, they got that top 40 bullshit playing whenever you walk in." He's like, "Here we listen to good music," and they were, dude. I heard old school Jay-Z. There was some Jurassic 5 that came on while I was there. Some R&B I'd never listened to before. And
Did they finish you off, dude?
And some of the coolest art on the walls, this awesome car. It was an experience.
Well, you had a better time.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back all the fucking time. I did it right after I saw you on Friday. While you were flying in the air, I was getting that relaxing hot shave.
Man.
So that's my barbershop story.
That's awesome. That's a
highly recommend it to anybody. If you can find a cool, legitimate barbershop, not some place that says it's, because I've been to we have places here that call themselves barbershops.
And they have the spinning barbershop.
But they're not. They're just Great Clips, flunkies that happen to have their own place. That's all that those places
Great
are.
Clip flunkies.
Yeah.
They couldn't even make it a Great Clips.
They're just it was an experience to remember. I found something. I'll go back all the time. I'll go back as often as I possibly can. So that was my barbershop experience. Besides that, just been wrecking in Dota since you've been gone.
I haven't. I've been keeping up with Grandpa's farm. You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
It's the only. What do you do when you're 9,500 feet up in the fucking sky?
I understand. Dude? I understand the Stardew Valley thing. I get it. What's disturbing is I see it. So here's what I think you're doing wrong with Stardew Valley. I think you're playing it too much right now. I think Stardew Valley could be your perfect when I'm about to go to bed game or when I'm stuck on the airplane.
It's fun.
Going
it's
from.
Too much fun. I think about it all day.
I want to see you in the Dota. I need you in the Dota because you and I, assuming you're still down to do it.
Oh yeah, I've been talking to Migs. I'm going to be on a pro team.
A pro team, that's right.
Yeah, a pro team with you.
We're going to be. So Roland and I are going to do some AD2L, not this season, but the upcoming one. I think we'll be practicing. Because we already missed the first week of games. Because
So did everybody else. When did we?
And then we're going to miss the second week, and we're going to miss the third week. We're going to miss all 3 weeks due to somebody else being gone.
I want a good practice regimen.
Oh, we're going to. Yeah, the plan is we'll practice on the Thursdays up until then and get ourselves in sync. So we need to hammer out like whether you or Miggs is going to take mid, or if we're going to do like a mixture between the two of you at mid and on the 4. But Miggs brought up to me and reminded me that on this very podcast, you ranted and raved about how you would never be on a team again because you could never take advice from anybody who wasn't 5K or higher.
If anybody thinks that the things I say on this podcast are like long standing or even remotely true, or that I have standards, no, I think what I said was don't contact me when I'm in a game and give me advice and act like you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, no, I do remember you saying something about never playing on a team again.
Dude,
so.
I've been on the mic for like how many hours now? Like thousands of hours I've been on this mic. I don't remember 2% of the shit I say.
Yeah, fair enough.
The 1% of the shit I say, I think like, oh, I like cringe a little bit. And the other 1%, I'm like, oh, you're just loud and tangenting. And then the other 98% may as well be like dark matter, dude. Like it's just, it's lost in the recesses of time. Maybe one day, like, you know, when I'm long and dead, like my kid will like want some nostalgia and turn it on and be like, that was garbage, and turn it right off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But no, I what I told Miggs was I think
I'm totally receptive to a team environment.
Yeah. No, what I told Miggs was that
especially if they're around my skill level.
Yeah, I told him I think what you didn't like about playing on some teams that we played on in the past, and I'm not talking about like all of them by any means, because we've said here on the show like the most fun I think we ever had playing Dota was when it was you, me, and
when we were all around the same
Thief.
Skill level.
Yeah, and we won or lost together, and
our
fun.
only problem child was Wazoo, and he was containable.
He was kind of.
But playing with Easy and Joy, and
it was just good fun.
It was great fun.
So I think we can capture some of that here with this crew. It'll be fun to play with .p folks, and I'm excited that you're going to.
And I like every single one of them that's on the team. Like I have no like. My problem, probably when I was on one of those rants, if I'm to like get myself into that mode, was probably due to like, there's like 4 people I just can't stand. Now, I'm not going to name names or anything, but there are like 4 people within this community who think they're hot shit and I can't stand them. And that's probably what was happening that day. Is I probably got advice from one of them and then just made some like broad statement about all people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm sure.
I'm sure that's what exactly
because you were trying
to
not name names, so instead you just offended everybody.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think that's probably what I did. Yeah. But so, I love a team. I love a team environment.
So I'm looking forward to it. I love Miggs in particular. I haven't talked as much with SA, but I've played with SA before. He's a good guy.
I bet he still, like I told you, I was like, I bet he still holds a grudge because I called him Essex for the longest time. Because it'd be so cool if his name was Essex. Because it's ESE51. And I was like, wow, that's a next level name. Like that's like a meta name, But it's like a name within a name, dude.
Yeah.
It was because 5 + 1 and ESE and then Essex.
But I think you're the only one that made the jump to 5 + 1 being 6, and then for some reason decided that was Essex.
And then Essex.
As in, like, Essex...
Yeah, like Essex, Maryland, Essex. There's an Essex in the United Kingdom. There's a bunch of Essexes. But, if you want to go by SA51 with, like, a mouthful of syllables, that's fine with me. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. You're going to alienate the team before we ever talk to them in person. So SA's going to play off lane. Tulik is going to play the 5. I'm going to play the 1. You and Miggs are either going to... One of you's playing the 2, the other's playing the 4.
If I had to choose, I would play the 2 or the 4. So, I'm perfectly fine with either role. If I'm playing the 4, though, you're either going to get Bobica level plays or Nobica level plays, dude. That's what you're going to get, all or nothing. Like that's it. Like sometimes I'm playing Ricky as a 4 and it's just like 3 courier snipes, fucking with a Legion jungle, like, helping out lanes where I need to, leveling smoke cloud like you should. And then other times I'm just running around wasting time, level 1 at like 9 minutes. Like, it just depends, dude. Because there's no, That's the thing when you sent that outline, which I read and it's really good, for a series that we're gonna do up and coming about
the New to Dota 2 series.
Yeah, New to Dota 2 series. If you want to teach somebody how to be a 4, it's like it's weird. It's like the most abstract role to teach somebody. It's like, okay, well, you really gotta you just kind of gotta know when to be where.
There's no great place to start. You're right. It more than any other position depends on game sense, right?
Yeah.
Which is that undefinable.
Yeah, it's
attribute.
Like once again, dark matter of the game.
Yeah.
Where do you go?
And why do you go there? And how do you see a movement and respond to it appropriately?
But Bounty Runes have made being like a true roaming 4 easier because
if anything, they've opened it up so that it's even crazier how wide your
they're
reach
making
can be.
They're making newbies like us move. Whereas before, if I was a 4, I'd just be like, a 4 stays where the safe lane is.
You're right. I can think of I can think of a few basic things I would tell somebody who's going to start playing a carry who's brand new to the game. You got to get last hits, you got to farm, you got to get items, and then you're going to be the one.
And you got to get the right items. Let's talk about items. What's a good item for you?
And then
situations.
The 2, I can tell that you're a tempo maker. You're going to be doing the same thing. Last hits. You're an off laner. You're going to be initiating.
You're the opposite of the one. The opposite.
You're going to be initiating all of our combat and all of our combats, and you're going to wreck the carry and screw with their farm as much as possible.
Buy everything and do what I say.
Right. Your job is to get vision up and die instead of me.
Yeah,
that's your
exactly. Trade up. And then a 4 is like, nah, you're gonna be places when we need you to there. Yeah. So if I am to play the 4,
how do I know why do I need to be there?
Yeah.
You just know.
And some things that I've learned throughout this podcast that if I were to play the 4, that I was just talking to you on the phone, was like, walk everywhere, always have TP on cooldown.
Yeah.
That's going to be something that's going to be a huge game change. And if we have great communication, I'm good enough to listen instantly and react, within a 3-second window, I will be TPing there.
Because too often in a pub, it should be the 4 or it should be the 5 who are responding to something. But because you're in a pub and I have no relationship with this person,
it's like, all right, deal with it, dog. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, or I TP'd to lane because I wanted to get back to lane fast, so now I can't get to you.
But with a team, it's going to be great.
Yeah, with a team, I think it'll be a little bit different.
And honing my starting items, being able to be like, all right, well, with Ricky, it's obvious. I feel like pretty much no matter what you go, Orb of Venom, and then the rest is kind of up in the air.
Standard support.
Regen
or board or
regen. Maybe maybe a smoke, and then probably let the 5 buy 1 sentry
or a
and
sentry.
2 wards.
Yeah,
maybe buy 1 sentry. I don't know. I'd have to look at because I'd have to look at it. It's been a while.
I know what you're saying. It's fun to think about.
It's fun to think about gelling with an entire team of what are our starting items as an entire team, and as an entire team, dude, we can pull off some of my cheesy strats.
Oh, I told Migs we would not do cheesy strats.
Why?
Because no,
if we're up,
we want to win.
If we're way, you want to win?
Oh no!
I'm not saying every single game. I'm just saying if we see something and we see the opening, let's take the opening. You know what I mean? That's what's fun for me.
Level 1 Roche shit.
Level 1 Roche, yeah.
No, see, that's exactly what Migs and I don't want to do.
Well, I'm overruled then. But that's what if I could have my own team of Unsullied that weren't bought, but instead freed and listened to me because I was the breaker of chains, the breaker of pubs. I wouldn't do that all the time, but I'd throw that in there. Because they're not going to expect it. Especially
to get a .cheese,
I don't want to cheese every game. I'm just saying, we're going up against an opponent that it's oh man, these guys are 4K, they're smurfing. That's going to happen to us. We're going to go up against people that are way the fuck better than us. We're going to know that. We get beat game 1, and we're everybody's in bad spirit, and they're we're going to forfeit game 2 because that was bullshit. They're way better. No. We're going to do the Roche strat, you know what I mean? And take them off guard. Okay. What is there to lose? That's how I'd use it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not just all right, let's Roche strat these guys.
As a morale building sort of a thing.
Maybe we can take a win off these motherfuckers because they're not going to expect this because we just played so shittily and they whooped us so hard. No way are they going to expect that we're in Roche pit. You know what I mean?
Sure. All right.
That's what true versatility would have a cheese strat. True versatility.
You think OG's talking about their cheese? OG's like,
Yeah.
look, if EG starts pounding
Dude,
us.
Arc Warden is a cheese strat. Visage Mid is a cheese strat, in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, ish. You know what I mean?
No.
It takes a ton of skill to do.
Oh, Migs, I'm sorry.
But
If you're listening,
I'm
sorry.
not the captain. Hey, I take orders, and that's what's going to be great. Like, I'm good with taking orders from people that aren't the 4 people that were aforementioned, and it is like 4 people. And just playing some good old fun Dota, you know?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to playing Team Dota again.
Yeah.
Like full on. I'm looking forward to the draft.
Oh, I know who's pompous.
Oh, who?
I'm not going to say.
Why?
Because
Is it me?
No.
Is it Proud?
Nope.
Yeah, it's Proud.
Nope.
Is it Ursi?
Yep.
Okay.
It was Ursi on Theorycraft Thursday. Apparently he was talking about how charming.
How do you know? How do you know? Completist hit you up?
Let's just say I know, okay?
Oh, okay.
Let's just say I know.
All right, fair enough.
Because Completist is a little more into .p than we once thought Completist was.
Okay, all right.
And I really did think it was me. He doesn't like me either.
Oh, okay, good.
But-
Well, there is some...
Yeah. But Ursi was the straw that broke the camel's back with Completist.
Oh, Completist, I'm sorry. Come back to us. Come back to us.
It was great to hear, though. I got a direct message
Oh, cool. Okay.
from a friend.
Oh, okay.
And, I mean, maybe it's not true, but the friend verified some things.
Okay.
Let's just say.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
And exactly what the phrase was, which I don't have a mouse or keyboard here because they're in my backpack.
Yeah.
But it's something like on that Theorycraft Thursday episode, Ursi was talking about how he's like better than Proud or something like that.
Oh,
or
yeah,
something like that.
Well, Proud said, like, it may very well may be Ursi, as he was, like, critiquing our analysis of everything. He was like, because you are talking about the man who tells me to my face that he's better at Dota all the time.
It was like something to the effect of that.
Yeah.
And so Ursi is the pompous one.
That's right, Ursi. We know about your pompousness.
But I mean, he lives in New York. He lives in some fucking upper
God.
whatever the fuck village.
All right,
place.
before we get into the New York nonsense,
Yeah. As I was singing French Grandma, like, of course he's pompous.
So I came to a realization as I was I've been putting together like my list of carries.
And I gave a $20 Steam gift card away.
Oh, really?
I've told that I would. So,
for whoever came forward with the information.
the reward for.
Boy, I sure hope you were right. I sure hope you didn't just get played.
It was really specific. That's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I didn't check that the line was in Theorycraft Thursday though, but it sounded believable.
It did, yeah.
It sounded like 100% because he did like a proud : quotation Ursi response. Like,
oh god,
it bugged like the specific line.
Okay.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
No, so I had to. It was kind of fun to put together like a list, like really go through and analyze my hero pool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, and like really assess, like, okay, who knows shit. Like if I was playing as serious as I could.
I want to guess.
Okay. Here's how I divvied it.
Do you
up.
have how many heroes do you have in your one?
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 heroes that I felt good on in variations. Here are the categories, and I'll let you see if you can.
Okay, I bet I can.
I put feel like I'm basically the greatest thing to ever happen to Dota 2 safe laners, of which there are 3.
Okay.
I put
let me go by category first.
Okay.
What is it? Feel like you're the best
feel
ever?
like I'm basically the greatest thing to ever happen to Dota 2 safe laners.
Okay, Juggernaut,
Yes.
Anti-Mage,
Yes.
Spectre.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I got my high confidence safe laners.
Chaos Knight.
I have 5 there. No, Chaos Knight is not on this
He's
list.
not high confidence. Then Phantom Assassin's in there.
Phantom Assassin is?
I'm trying. I wish I had all the heroes in front of me. Phantom Assassin's in there. Medusa.
Medusa is in that list, yes.
God damn it. I'm trying to. Luna is in there.
Luna's on that list.
Just for the sake of how bad this is on a podcast, I'm not going to continue.
All right,
Go ahead.
Wraith King and Weaver.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Wraith King and Weaver.
Wraith King and Weaver. Okay.
Then I got competent safe laners.
Chaos Knight's on this list though, right?
Chaos. I put Chaos Knight in the never pick me category.
Okay.
And
You were talking about how you were liking him.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. So then I got my competent safe laners. I put Ursa, Sven, and Phantom Lancer. I'm feeling good on all three of those.
Phantom Lancer's super niche.
Yeah, but I'm getting good with him when he is.
Yeah.
And he's so fucking fun to play when he's
by the way,
he's good.
Correction to a Proudland where he said that the damage from the mana burn is the same on illusions. It's not. The mana burn on illusions is less. So it actually, when you get a shit ton of phantom illusions, we'll call them, and like you're beating up Medusa, kind of blows. Because the more illusions you create, the less actual damage you're going to do, because you want your hero to actually do the burn damage, right? Because when the hero does the burn damage from Diffusal Blade, it's doing more than the illusions.
I still think you still want the mana gone, because
you want all the mana gone, but you're not anti-mage. You know what I mean?
Right.
When all the mana's gone, your illusions do shit.
Well, they're still doing like a minor amount. But the mana shield's not blocking it.
Yeah, the mana shield's not blocking it. Well,
it's still good for Dusa.
I'm just saying that PL...
It is less. Yeah.
If you've ever noticed you're swarmed by a PL and you're like, wow, I'm like not dying. I have no mana, but I'm not dying. That's because he's not like... He'll create like a swarm of guys around you, but like... He needs so many things that like he doesn't really get like damage items, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like what you're getting Manta, you're getting Aki, you're getting Treads usually, I'd say. What else is in there? You have a TP,
Treads, Aki, Manta, Diffusal, which is where most 5. Of your damage kind of comes
and then
from.
Your 6th item is like do I want to go like Heart and have crazy illusion power, you know what I mean? Or like
I like Heart.
Do I want and then where's your fucking damage? It's like in your Diffusal Blade, right?
Right, but your damage typically in those situations is coming from elsewhere, and you're just
you almost need like an alchemist, because you want an alchemist to feed you that Ags, because his Ags is surprisingly good.
I think it lets you want people like Sniper or like maybe even
I guess he can hold people down, and it's a lot of collision, right? Like so like a Sniper
running from a PL sucks, especially if you're alone.
And especially if you're getting doinked and slowed by
MPL is
headshot.
A great support killer, right? So I can get behind enemy lines. I can break in. I can enter the fray.
Frontline Agi. He's like one of like the only frontline Agi.
Yeah, for sure.
In a way, you know what I mean? Like there are obvious counters to him, like Ember Spirit and Sven and Jug. If Jug builds right, if Jug builds like Battle Fury. Right. I feel like I don't know. He's just an Earthshaker, obviously, and like a million more. Yeah, I feel like.
But no, he's fun to play.
And so much fun to last hit with. I go into demo mode and last hit with him all the time, and I'm like, damn, I'm good. I haven't missed one yet.
He's really good to last hit with. You're right, especially with a Quell. Like you're not missing anything with. Quell.
You'll never miss. Like you could be like, here's Dota, here's Phantom Lancer, here's
some
a Quelling Blade.
Best farming is done on PL.
And what do you have? You have Treads, a Aki, and a Yasha by like 10. Yeah. And you're like, sweet. Or you're going Diffusal first before Manta, and you have like Diffusal by 16 with like Treads and Aki.
Yeah,
or like Diffusal by 14.
It depends if I go Diffusal or Manta first. It just depends on how well the game.
And you're kicking ass. I feel like the earlier you get the Diffusal, the more you're gonna kick ass, because it does.
You're so good in team fight.
It doesn't scale, right?
Yeah,
Diffusal burn doesn't scale.
So much fun to play too.
He's way fun to play. Yeah. And I preferred old, where you'd go invisible when you doppel. Remember?
I don't mind that, because I've got enough hotkeys set up now that I have occasionally pulled off the running an illusion away trick.
Yeah.
Where they chase the illusion and wonder what the fuck's going on.
And it's like a 3-second maneuver. Like it's just like a
yeah.
And then you're like, nope, this was me. And then you run away. Like, yeah. I've seen some high level people, like I think Miracle or somebody who's like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah. It's so fun to do. So, but the reason Lifestealer's not on that list, even though I've been trying to pick him up, and the reason Chaos Knight's not on that list, and is because I can't use an armlet to save my life, man. I just can't.
It takes a ton.
I've been practicing as much as I fucking can. I've been playing Lifestealer as frequently as I can.
So you want to know a weird thing that'll help you with armlet? You know how I told you at one time where watch what the range creep is attacking, and watch the projectile on the range creep, and that's usually the next last hit. Go into like a demo mode and just watch the projectiles and don't pay attention to anything else, and aggro and watch projectiles on yourself. And if you start to pay attention to those particles in the air, you can like do. I'm not saying I'm good at it either. I'm just saying that's what you have to do is pay attention to those particles.
I'm not going to be that good at it, and I'm not going to get good at it fast enough to add any of those Armlet heroes to my pool. And when I play Wraith King, and I've been chastised for this, I do the Radiance builds. And I prefer the Radiance builds on Wraith King.
Like Radiance, Octarine. I've done Radiance, Octarine, Refresher.
No, I
Radiance, Octarine, Refresher, Axe.
Basically,
is awesome.
my like core safe lane items wind up being Blink, Blade Mail, Radiance. And then I'll go something more damage, or like I'll do like a Maelstrom and do a Mjolnir or a Basher.
What about your Abyssal? I feel like Wraith King needs.
I don't think
Abyssal.
I saying I disagree.
Oh, dude, Blink, Abyssal, crit, stun. Like you can stun, Abyssal, stun.
But Wraith King's goal is to pop into that fight and die.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, no, your goal is to pop into the fight, and when you have Radiance and you're in the middle and you're dishing out all that burn damage,
it helps. But when you're dead, you're not. When you're dead, you're not.
Right, but when I'm dead, I'm causing the slow. Like and at level 25, when I'm dead, I'm stunning everybody with a Wraith Fire Blast.
An awesome ability.
Yeah, the Radiance for me has been the way to go, and my win rate has I haven't lost a game.
You've probably been chastised by those 4 people I don't like.
Proud was one of the people who chastised me.
Well, there's one of them right there. There's one of the
4. And, it's not like I'm doing anything new meta with the Radiance. Like, a lot of people, I mean, even going through the guides of Dota buff, like, a lot of people are doing just the Radiance builds.
What are you, like, treads, like, Radiance? I guess I'm thinking of, like, what's the intermediary?
It depends on the game. If it's that good of a game, I might go
what's
treads
in between
into
Radiance? Oh, Blade Mail?
Either Blade Mail or Blink. Depending on the game.
Then the Radiance is almost, like, a non-factor. Like, because Radiance is all about, like, earlier the better, right?
Yes and no. I think Radiance is
like
also
mischance.
Radiance is also about the mischance. Yeah, because you want to be in the middle of the fight, so you're going to be giving that mischance to your entire team. Like, that's what I think people don't consider with the Radiance. Is everybody thinks about like the mischance on themselves. That is a mischance that's like basically an aura of mischance.
Yeah.
So
which definitely yeah. Oh yeah. I mean there was one time where I really noticed, and I don't know why this game sticks out in my mind, but it was a Clockwork that won a Radiance build, which was, he was just way better than us. And so he just fucking wrecked the game. And I just remember we couldn't kill anybody. And I was like, why can't we kill anybody? And it was because of Radiance.
Right. I mean, and not that it's not, I mean, obviously it's easily counterable by a BKB and an MKB, or at least BKB temporarily, but it's so worth it
or
for
Silver
what you want to be doing with Wraith King.
Silver Edge.
I don't know if Silver Edge disables the passive on Radiance.
I don't either.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Somebody tweet us and let us know.
Silver Edge. So if you hit the
@p_show.
I don't think the burn goes away. I don't
know. I honestly couldn't tell you. That's a great question. I would love to know that.
The game is so infinitely complex. Yeah. My God.
So Chaos Knight, I can't do the armlet, so I'm just leaving Chaos Knight off.
Well, the thing,
same with Lifestealer.
Well, Lifestealer and Chaos Knight, they're kind of 2 different armlet carriers. Chaos Knight, you get armlet because you turn armlet on and then you phantasm. So your phantasms, they don't lose life, so they get your life. So when you're at full health and you turn on your armlet and then you phantasm, all your illusions have the stats that are given to you from
at the time you created
Right. So that's the big deal with
No, and I get that much. I just can't utilize it well enough.
And it's a shitty item if you don't use it.
Right, exactly. And so if I'm not getting the use out of it and I'm not building it, then I have no business playing those cores.
It's one of the only items that's shitty if you don't use it, except for like maybe Hex. Hex is shitty if you don't use it. Atos is shitty if you don't use it.
They're all shitty if you don't use them. Like, how long
even
did we talk?
Halberd's pretty good even if you don't use it though.
No, because Halberd...
It has a Sange in there, and it has evasion. The only reason you want to build
that Halberd is if you're playing a troll, if you're playing against... Huskar, yeah, like you want to
Somebody really want to show. Usually troll, because he's just like, oh my god, I can't get out of his bashes.
Yeah, a Heaven's Halberd against a troll is death. It's a death sentence most of the time. So, the hero... So, fuck it. I'm not, because I want to be competitive and I want to dedicate the time that I have to heroes that are worthwhile. I'm just doing away with all my Chaos Knight practice. I'm doing away with all my Lifestealer practice.
I've never liked Lifestealer, but that's just because I don't like the whole like rage chase.
Well, Proud was saying he's in a shitty place right now, and he's got like a 45% win rate on Dota Buff. Like, fuck him.
I used to jungle him, and then like it was either good or it was bad. You know
Right.
what I mean? I never really.
Well, and that's the other thing is Lifestealer almost requires.
It requires a delivery device,
right? And he forces you into all these other these other potential picks that I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to leave it be.
Although Storm Spirit Lifestealer is fucking good.
Is fun, and that was definitely something that crossed my mind. But if I'm going to fuck up the armlet, I
don't even build one. Is what I'd say. It's not. It's not that necessary on Lifestealer.
Man,
you can get another 2,000. I mean, it's not going to be as. It's not going to be as like
so
efficient.
I went to Dota Buff and I went to the guides to see who, if anybody, didn't build armlet.
I'm sure.
And it's armlet. I have to go like 7 pages deep.
I bet there's like a SNY in there or something like that.
Okay, here's the one that didn't build armlet. He goes phase into Echo Saber, and though he went into Silver Edge.
Oh, that's cool.
So I mean, I don't know.
You don't, and here the thing. These guides are showing like about 6,500, about 5,500, about 7,000
and
MMR.
I get that like different things.
We're noobs.
I get that.
We don't have to like pretend that we're pros all the time.
Right, but I would still like to use it. I'd still like to get the optimal items, and if that's one of the optimal items on him, like it's so optimal that like it is showing up on all but the one build I've already told you about. Like I'm at the end of the recent guides, and there's not but one without an armlet. So I'm gonna get rid of those. I'm just gonna say fuck it, and I'm not gonna worry about it.
I guess
I'm gonna devote my time elsewhere.
Those are the really two core armlet heroes.
Because like I'd rather devote my time to like picking up Terrorblade. You know what I mean?
Rad.
Right, and I've been having some good games on Terrorblade. I'd rather perfect my Terrorblade and get him to the
play style, dude. Because he fits my fuck off you for. I'm gonna take towers by myself.
Yeah.
And it works, dude.
But he does so much better when he's like, come on, everybody.
Sure. But come on, everybody is not a statement people use in 2,500 MMR.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough. So I told him, so then I had never pick me heroes. And I threw Chaos Knight on that list. I threw Lone Druid on that list.
Why wouldn't you just throw every other hero on that list other than your 11?
Well, I just wanted to like let him know like these are the cores that I'm
you
not
should just give him an 11 instead of give him a never.
No,
pick.
I just threw just so he knew like the types of strategies because they want to run Drow Ranger strats.
You can't play Drow.
Right. I can't.
That's when you go mid and I play Drow.
Yeah, and I also brought up that like I could in a niche situation in safe lane probably place Faceless.
I have like 100 games of Drow.
A lot of people are saying Faceless can be more safe lane.
Faceless can kick some ass.
Yeah. And then OD. I feel like I could run OD in the safe lane if I had to.
Ooh, I think you should just take a mid and then you switch me for safe lane.
For the Drow.
For Drow or for... I mean, any one of your safe lanes
regardless,
played
you should,
a shit ton of.
You should still... Like, I'd rather see you get good on OD. You know what I mean?
I get it with OD. I understand. It's just a matter of games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a matter of concept misunderstanding, right? Like,
yeah.
I love the Atos on him.
Yeah.
Still.
And I haven't played much OD since really since 7.0. Like 4.
I love the build maxing W until you have enough of your passive to get your Q. I love his item progression because it's simple. Like, null tango into treads because you want that into like force staff into some. I think most people will just go straight Hurricane Pike, but I think force staff Atos Hurricane Pike is pretty fucking good.
I agree.
And force staff's an awesome item to have, and the earlier you have it, the more times it's going to save your life.
Yeah.
So.
No,
I can play him. I hate. I need to get used to his last hit animation.
Yeah,
that's all. The laning phase, last hit animation is the reason I don't play OD.
Yeah,
and it's just a matter of games. Yeah.
He's so much fun. Once you figure out like some of his last
and dropping the hammer feels like something I like. Ravage. It's like Tidehunter Ravage Panic. You know what I mean? It's like I'm gonna die. The hammer.
Yeah.
Which. I don't know if it's the absolute wrong thing to do because it's a semi-low cooldown and
it's not a semi-low cooldown though.
Is it not?
No.
Sanity's Eclipse?
No, that's why I'm always pained when I see people panic hammer.
I'm either blown away at how much damage it does, or like, wow, that did nothing. And that's
the cooldown is 160 seconds flat.
Oh, okay.
All 3
so it's a
levels.
long time.
Yeah. 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's one of the longer ones.
3-minute 40.
I think it comes down to draft with OD for sure. You want to make sure that you're going up against a bunch of strength heroes.
It's less than 3 minutes. It's like 2 minutes 40.
Yeah. What is it? 140 seconds?
160.
Yeah. 2
done.
minutes and 40 seconds.
Not
60
340.
60.
Yeah, thanks.
Basic.
Yeah.
That's
what it is.
Yeah,
base
base
60.
Base 60.
Interesting.
That's how
That's how time works.
Yeah, time.
I'm learning all sorts of things here.
Yep.
But anyway, so that's basically what I've been doing this whole week with Dota, is just like going through and like really hardcore analyzing my hero pool to figure out who I feel really comfortable with. I don't know, who else do you think? Who do you think? Because I feel like that's a pretty comprehensive list.
I think it is.
I'm gonna just keep doing is just
trying to
grab a game with all of those like less competent heroes, make them that much more competent, play different heroes in the drafts like as they're needed.
So I mean, I don't think it's a big deal, but I think there's 2 ranged heroes on your entire list, which would be Medusa and Luna.
Let's see. Luna, Medusa, Weaver.
Oh, Weaver. I hate Weaver.
And potentially Terrorblade. Yeah.
I don't think Weaver is a safe lane. I really don't. I think he's trash. And crucify me for that. But like, Weaver he feels like a bug. He does. He doesn't feel like this guy that's going to... And I've been beaten hard by Weavers. Don't get me wrong. But I just feel like a competent team will squash him like a fucking bug.
Yeah, and that's kind of more or less what Proud said.
But
I agree.
Juggernaut, competent team. If you're competent, if a competent team versus a competent team, Juggernaut's going to do okay.
Yeah.
So is Spectre. If you
Spectre's going to take some more time.
Well, Spectre is a dual.
Spectre and AM. Here's the shitty thing: is that 2 of my best are more or less heroes that require a 4 protect 1,
which is fine because I am going to be playing those 4s that will allow for a 4 protect 1, because really the 4 is what's your defining role in a 4 protect 1, right?
Well, and just your
because if you pick like Crystal Maiden Warlock, a 4 protect 1, well, maybe it still work, but I don't know, to have like a utility 4, which is what I'm going to be playing, is going to be utility 4, unless like I mean I love Warlock. I mean I wouldn't hesitate to play Warlock.
See, and I think like Warlock and CM could be okay, but you're right, their ults are maybe a little.
I just feel
too long in between.
Too long. Like 4 protect 1 needs to be like we can get shit done like often, and Ricky can get shit done often. Like Ricky can create a space.
Like Spirit Breakers and Monkey King. Yeah,
I need a lot of practice on Monkey King.
You should. I mean, so here's the thing. Like, I would love to. We Migs and I, when we were initially talking, and like, he had even tossed out like, and I know you had mentioned it too. Like, you 2 could swap between the roles. I would love to see each of you dedicate to a role. To just further expand, because like I think there's a difference. I think it can screw with chemistry if like you have 3 4s and he's got 3 4s and you've got 3 mids and he's got 3 mids.
Here's why I'd probably argue that I should play the 4 is simply because I'm playing less games of Dota, meaning I'm going to get less chances to go mid.
True.
And I guarantee you, no matter what the game, what the pub is, I can play a 4.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm going to be fighting for mid every fucking time I try and pub.
Yeah.
Unless we're playing team practice, right?
Right.
Unless it's all 5 of us. So me taking mid, as much as I'd love to, have the glory of zipping through Storm Spirit.
Which is what I keep thinking of. When I think of you at mid, I think of Storm Spirit.
Or Shadow Fiend or Sniper.
And your Shadow Fiend and Sniper. These are all 3 heroes I told Migs you excelled at.
And there's more. I feel like... Venomancer. I can. If you want a 4 protect 1, you want space. You want me to create you. You want me to bang on pots and pans until you have a radiance. Put me on Venom mid, dude. Yeah. And those types of heroes like goofy mids. I don't know. But when it comes to like your core mids like Puck and Quap, and I don't know. Your traditional mids, I don't really play.
Yeah.
Which I guess I'm just talking about Puck and Quap and probably a few others, but I love Medusa mid, but there's no way we could ever run Medusa Anti-Mage or Medusa Spectre.
We could run Medusa Jug. We could run Medusa Ursa. We could run Medusa PL.
I like Medusa Ursa a lot because physical, because you turn them into stone.
Yeah.
You know, that's a pretty good idea.
So, I mean, I think there are options. Yeah. I think there are things we could do that would work well still.
Mm-hmm. Turn rate. I bet like Medusa Batrider Ursa would be awesome. You slow their turn rate with Batrider. Hey, a legitimate offlane.
Hey.
I love Batrider.
I don't know if SA plays
and then you just
Batrider.
I bet Ursa, I've never seen it, to be honest with you. I probably have, but I've never really like meant to do it, right? But like a Medusa Ursa draft actually sounds pretty dope, dude.
Yeah, we could try it.
Like turn them to stone, and while they're stone, you just enrage and just dead.
Yeah.
You just break that stone sculpture in like 2 seconds, dude.
Be quick.
Because you're all physical.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that's going to be fun to do again. Like,
yeah, to theory craft, like
theory craft drafts.
You start out with 2, and then you add another one, then you add another one, then you add a 5th, and you're like, this is a sweet draft.
I was telling Migs, like some of the draft, like the draft construction that I want to get into is like I want to experiment with like just little things even along the way with like not so having an idea for a draft that we go in with that we don't necessarily worry about what the enemy team picks.
Yeah,
and I think know the idea of the comp before.
I love Luna as a 4. I'll tell you that much. I love Luna as a 4, and that's you laugh at that, but that works. That totally is.
Just because we've joked about that ages ago.
We've played it, and it's won, and I've been the Luna, and it's won. It's a great 4. I show up, and I provide a ton of damage and a stun, and I can roam around. I'm pretty fast.
But a small stun. It's a real short stun.
But, like, okay, put me on Ricky. I have no stun.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So like
the smoke cloud.
Basically my 4s I definitely want to get weird with. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to play like your
what
ultra trad.
Breaker, like because like
that's gonna be a hero. Never pick me. Never pick me. Spirit Breaker. I'd rather have fun.
Oh my god.
Do I have to sacrifice fun if I'm going to play 4?
We want to play serious. Like, I want to win, you know?
Fuck Spirit Breaker. That hero blows.
He's a great
hero. He's a great hero. He's a great hero. I understand that. He probably has a 95% win rate, okay? But I hate playing him. I think he is like the epitome of boring.
The epitome of boring.
Yes. Oh my god. And I've played so much Spirit Breaker over the years that it's like, all right, I'm charging him. I'm getting close.
55.7%.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I'm getting closer. All right. Magic Bash. Sweet. Nether Strike. Damn.
I would be picking you a lot of Spirit Breaker, I think. Yeah.
I would be, I'm going to be.
All right, Megs, you hear this.
Gotta put it in if there's a sniper, makes sense. Pick me. If there's a Nature's Prophet, pick me Spirit Breaker.
But Spirit Breaker can be good without Spirit Breaker's good even without
I only want him picked if he's like a super hard countering, like a sniper or I guess a split pusher, I think he's good against Lycan. I think he's good against most split pushers, right? Like he's good against natures. He's good against the heroes that want to get away and that are moving around a lot because he can move around a lot.
But he's that much more detrimental to heroes that can't get away, which is what makes him so beautiful. Like for
he's a great initiator.
I mean, you can cause havoc everywhere. You can almost assure a kill in any lane that you show up in.
Man, what did I sign up for? That's like the one hero that I absolutely don't want to play.
What about? So maybe we should put you in the mid.
Spirit Breaker, like I want to vomit in my mouth thinking about going through a whole game.
Not me. If I was playing 4, I'd be like, just pick me fucking Spirit Breaker every game.
I don't. Okay. Winning is important. Winning's fun, but Spirit Breaker isn't. Like Spirit Breaker does not trump winning.
That's brutal.
Ugh, and his build is fucking boring, dude. Like the dude is. I love
his build. I love everything about him.
I hate him.
Yeah. And you can do some crazy thing like here, like Bulba does.
Bobica?
Bulba.
Oh, I don't care about Bulba. Why do I care about Bulba?
Treads earn. Oh, like he's got Vlad's in a pipe. That's not, that's a little different from,
No, thank you. No. I don't care about what Bulba does. Why? I don't like Bulba. Bobica is sweet for. And yeah, Bulba, you're good and whatever. I just don't like you. That's just me. I feel like I can say
You feel like
that.
you can be honest finally about how much you've disliked Bulba.
I don't like.
Bulba is one of the first players
I know.
ever
He was
really
at like TI1. I don't like strongly dislike him. I just don't like him. You know what I mean? It's like it's just one of those people that like if there's an autograph signing, I would walk right past them. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I would just be like, I'm not interested. Thank you though. No offense.
Sorry, Bulba.
Like, definitely come on the show. I'm sure you have an interesting story to tell, but I don't like you.
That's fair enough.
Why do I have to like everybody?
You don't have to like anybody.
Maybe I don't like him as a Dota player. Maybe he's a cool person.
I'm sure he's a fine
Maybe
person.
we'd have a beer together and we'd laugh.
You're getting defensive. I'm not.
I'm just saying.
You could say who you don't like.
Okay.
There are all sorts of players you don't have to
Fafnir,
like.
definitely, too. if I can say that. And I was just kidding about Proud being on that list of 4. Proud is not on that list of 4. Oh,
okay, can I read an iTunes review and then close this bad boy out so we
Are
can
we
go watch
really
Game
that
of Thrones?
far along?
Yeah, we're at 50 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That baby matured quickly.
Yeah, she sure did. It's ready to pop.
It's a she, huh?
Yeah, it's always a she. All my episodes are she's.
Yeah.
We always are wrapping her up.
And my computer's a she.
Yeah.
My laptop's a she.
My car, coincidentally, weirdly enough, is a
speaking
he.
of cars, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go buy a BMW tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have fun.
I'm buying the 70.
Is that we're gonna drive
seven-
that to TI?
Yeah, probably the 740 Li.
Okay.
Will you? I think
No,
that's it.
I won't Google it. No.
Will you look at it?
No.
Are you gonna come with me? Because I'm gonna go by myself.
Tomorrow? When?
I don't know.
Well, hit me up. I might go.
Yeah, you want to go buy a car with me?
You know, I got to go get my car repaired or get it out of the shop.
I got the go ahead. I got the green light on getting a BMW. We had a long talk about it.
I'm glad the boss.
And it was awesome when we were looking at reviews that the car's extra safe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, please be safe. Please be safe. Please be a safe car.
Quite luxurious, but nearly everyone who owns one dies.
Yeah. So I think it's like, I can't remember. It's like the 740 LIM or something like that.
Okay.
LIM.
Uh-huh.
Bucket
Somebody will
seats,
correct you.
dude. It's
Uh-huh.
it's super nice.
Yeah, I like bucket seats.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Audrey wants me to get it in white though.
Well, that's a lame color.
I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking like cobalt gray or like
I like
black.
I like those gunmetal grays.
Yeah, the gunmetal
yeah,
gray.
Those look good. A little darker.
I know.
Well, she's
But-
not here. Tell her they didn't have white.
That's true.
Be like, oh, they didn't have white, and I had to get it.
Yeah.
Just lie until she
Or
gets
I
home.
could wait and we could just drive that Subaru.
Hey, I'm down to drive the Subaru.
But the thing is, when I want something, like
I
I really want something.
I know.
And I just randomly Googled like sedan and saw this BMW, and then
Oh my God.
it's
Okay.
super nice, dude. Let's at least go. Do you want to go test drive it at least?
Yeah, I'd go test drive it for sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I like BMWs. They're good cars. Or, you know,
Yeah.
they have a cool history, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one, like when you look at the page, it shows
I
like
mean, kind of a cool
it
history.
shows, like,
also kind of a
tools.
shitty history.
well, they started with planes.
Yeah, for the Germans.
Well, you
in
know,
World War II.
presentism. You know what I mean? And,
Uh-huh.
and whoever the bad. Haven't you listened to Dan Carlin's point of view on World War II? He said in like 500 years it's gonna be kind of blurred on what. And this is coming from Dan Carlin. This is not coming from me on Hardcore History. Dan Carlin says in 500 to 1,000 years, this is going to be looked at as a war where. What do we think about the Assyrians and the other? Like, were the Assyrians terrible people? We don't know because they were affected by their own time zone.
Look at. I mean, you know, not to argue with the great Dan Carlin, but we do look back at certain things. For instance, like the Crusades, and say, like,
Yeah, that was bad.
that was really bad.
But he said that there was that it was just what the people did then,
Right.
And he said that argument may be made about World War II.
I'm gonna go with Holocaust.
Bad.
Will never be that way.
May I don't think it should.
Unless like somebody
I'm not
starts
arguing.
a new Holocaust.
I'm not
and then
like
rewrites the
I'm not
history
some
books.
like neo-Nazi Trump supporter in hiding or anything like that. I'm just saying when Dan Carlin said it, it made me go, huh? Yeah, like maybe in 1,000 years they will think that. You know what I mean? Supposing we last 1,000 years.
Supposing, yeah.
Every time I turn on the news feed, I'm like, nah.
Nah.
At least I'll have a BMW for 2 days.
I'm reading the new review.
Do you think that's gaudy to get a BMW? Dude, I don't like any other sedans. I think they all
Well,
look
I mean, have you
corny.
really looked at a lot
Yes.
of sedans? And
As
why
I-
do you have to get a sedan?
Because why do we need 2 SUVs? We just got that 4Runner.
Well, why are those your only options? Can't you get like a cool car?
What's a cool car?
I mean, honestly, I'd
What would you
rather
get?
see you in like a Charger if you have to
Fuck
get a
a
four-door.
Charger, dude. That's American made.
American made cars are good
I don't
cars.
want an American made car.
Oh my
I look at that
God.
as trashy, kind of.
What are you talking
I
about?
look at a Charger as kind of
Oh my
trashy.
God.
Like,
Oh
so
my God.
I've like.
No, I agree. What would I get? Like if I can go grab any car I want right now?
Well, like if you have a price range of like 50 to 80 for a car.
Yeah, okay. I'm probably gonna either go with like one of the special edition Challengers. Although I might.
Well, do you want to make
the cost of like
you don't have
Boss.
tomorrow off, huh? You work
no,
tomorrow.
I work tomorrow.
Oh, bummer, bro.
But I mean,
do you want to
off.
like lunch break and go show me some cars?
Sure. Like you realize, like $50,000 to $80,000 for a fucking car.
Well, the BMW I want's like 76,000. The one that I was gonna go get tomorrow.
Oh my God.
It's a lot, I know, but it's a good car and it's gonna last a long time, is what they said, and it's supposed to be really nice. And like, you're not supposed to talk about that stuff. And it's actually a lot. It's awkward. I don't know. Yeah, that's my spending range: 50 to 80.
It's all right. You got a wife. We understand. Nobody's judging you here. All right.
I feel like prudish, but I'm not trying to be. I promise.
Let's see.
What should I? Yeah, maybe I should get the advice of other. I've got my eye on this. Like, I think it's like I don't even know the name of it.
Man, for $30,000 you could pick up. I mean, and that's a little older one. You could go for a newer one.
Oh, I want a new car.
Oh, but you could.
I don't want.
I'm looking at a
car.
2012, but like you could go for like a Ford Mustang, like Boss 302.
Oh no,
like those cars.
Mustangs are trash, dude.
Oh, whatever.
I'm not gonna buy a Mustang.
These cars are the epitome of art when it comes to. They're the epitome.
I'm the epitome of art.
They are the epitome of engineering. They are gorgeous fucking cars. Gorgeous.
You're just saying that because you have a Mustang. So, okay, let me see. I'm just going to kind of bring the mic over here. Let's check this out.
Like, these vehicles are...
What is so nice about that? It just looks like
nothing will ever handle.
I don't care about fast, and that's not safe. And how am I going to put a baby in the back seat?
Well, you're not. No. You're
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
I need a car that I put a baby in the back seat. Sometimes. Cool cars. Cool cars.
Let's just get you a four-door. Let's get
Save.
you one.
What is that?
A Dodge Charger, first one that fucking pops up. And those are cool
An
cars.
Audi? I don't want an Audi.
Yeah,
Mercedes
no,
are garbage.
no.
BMW Alpina? What's an Alpina?
I don't know.
Oh, check that one out. Anyway,
I would get a four-door sports car, though. Yeah, I would. I like, if I was a dad, like, that was the one thing I would want to hang on to is, yeah, I'd like a fun four-door car. If
a BMW is fun.
They aren't fun.
Yes,
They're just
dude,
they're
they're
just luxury
super
cars.
fast.
They're
fast, dude. They've got to be. It's a BMW. They made aircraft. There's an aircraft engine in my car. That my proverbial car. My maybe gonna be car.
All right, I'm reading this review
About a BMW?
No.
Oh.
About this podcast.
Okay.
This one is from somebody who owed us a review ages ago.
Who?
Joy Thief 0007.
Oh, nice.
So Joy Thief leaves his review. It is 5 stars entitled "Got Me at Full Chub." The only improvement possible would be to bring back Denomalos for Guild Chat. Kappa.
I would love another punching bag. You know what I mean?
Poor Nomo.
Oh no, Nomo's off
Almost
raising a
nobody
kid.
gets that joke.
No, yeah, Denomalos was just some shithead from years ago. You guys don't need to know about it.
Yeah, save yourselves. Anyway, get a cool 4-door car. Come on, man. Don't get a dad car.
A BMW is not a dad car.
Yeah, it's a
the
dad
740
car.
Li.
It's a fancy dad car. It's a dad car.
Yeah. Well, I'm a dad. Anyway,
I know you remind me today.
I feel like, I mean, if you want to take me and like impress me with some Charger that's going to break in 2 years, and then I'm going to have to pay all these because it's American made. Fucking Americans, dude.
Not going to be the case.
Yeah. Fuck American made cars.
I've had just as many issues with really shitty foreign made cars as I have with American made
cars. If I were
cars.
smart, I'd buy a Toyota sedan. But there isn't a goddamn good looking Toyota sedan out there. The 4Runner's good looking.
Okay.
That 4Runner looks cool.
I mean,
you don't like that 4Runner?
No, I don't like the look of him. I wouldn't drive it.
You don't like that 4Runner?
Yeah, I don't.
Really?
Like the look of him. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Dude, it's like a stormtrooper car. I love the way.
I get that.
I look at that car and I'm like, why don't people be like your shitty Mustang with its bumper hanging off? people are like, damn, that's a cool car. And I'm like, thanks. Yeah. You want to see all the features it has? And they're like, oh no, not that thing. The shitty Mustang over there. And it's like, fuck, what about this?
Because they have a history. Like I like cars. Like that's fine. Those are finely made vehicles.
God, you and Audrey sound like you're meant for each other. She wants a history in a house. You want a history in a car.
Right. I want a history in a car. Yes, I do. I want something that's like I like the history behind Ford and in particular the Mustang and
dude.
Shelby
if Henry Ford was still alive, I'd buy a Ford.
No. Shelby is the one who like made Ford what it who gave Ford its iconic.
You know charcoal
name.
briquettes?
Sure. Okay.
Henry Ford's partner
Uh-huh.
hated waste, as did Henry Ford. Guess what they did with all the wooden waste from the wheels? Turned them into charcoal briquettes that we now know as the Kingsman. Charcoal briquettes. Started from Henry Ford. A badass. Okay?
Okay, so all the more reason to get a Ford.
No, they're garbage now. And isn't that truck a Ford? That is one ugly.
No, that's a Chevy, that truck. But yeah, no, trucks, I'm not a truck guy either.
Oh, yeah, neither am I.
Yeah, I don't want a truck. And like your Ford
are they
too close to a
expensive?
truck. Those trucks, the dudes who like you know what? It's funny because I have the same issue, or I kind of have the opposite issue where when I'm driving around that truck, I'll pull up to certain areas.
Yeah, and people will be
and
like, nice.
Guys with trucker hats walk up to me and say, that's a fine truck. Or it's a mighty fine truck.
I think it's like a rite of passage.
I don't know. And I'm just always like, yep, it's my grandfather's. He's dead.
All right, we can close the show.
All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. One big announcement. Don't turn this off yet. Do not turn off the podcast yet. Wednesday, August 9th, about an hour after the games wrap in the Seattle area at Key Arena. We won't be after the games wrap while the games are going on at Key Arena. We're going to be doing a .p meetup at Gamma Ray Games. You can find Gamma Ray Games at 501 East Pine Street in Seattle, Washington. About an hour after everything wraps up, we're going to do the .p meetup there, record a live show with me, Roland, Ursi, Proud, meet everybody, hang out. They sell beer there. They sell snacks there. It is an awesome nerd store that has Magic the Gathering. All ages. It's got D&D books. There's going to be a ton of nerdy stuff that we can do while we're there.
Confirmation that we can record at GameWorks for the Reddit bar crawl.
Oh, okay. So, and we'll also be at the Reddit meetup. Did you talk to GameWorks? Because that's what I was going to wait to announce that, actually.
Grady sent us the...
Yeah, but that was with the Reddit crew. I wanted to verify with GameWorks. But regardless, we may not be recording there, but we will be at the Reddit meetup at GameWorks.
I'm not going to be there.
At GameWorks?
I'd rather be at our shitty hotel than be at a Reddit bar crawl, dude. All I ever do is talk shit on Reddit, and I'm going to show up like I like them? You know what I mean? That is...
Roland may not be there because of all the shit
I'm going to be taking my fake teeth out.
That's also the bar that you got kicked out of last year.
I know it is. Because I got kicked out because I was...
flirting?
No, I'm married. What he thought I was married then, too.
Flirting. Yeah, I know what's going on. I'm not an idiot.
Hey, shut the fuck up, dude. I got kicked out because there was this girl that later I found out was Bunny Plays. Okay, who won't confirm nor deny that it was Bunny Plays. She talked to you
for like 45 minutes that night.
You were there.
I watched it all happen. Yes,
and you've confirmed. But she's too big time for me, man.
She is. I'm sorry, bro.
And I'm married.
Yeah. So
and I wasn't flirting. She was actually talking about the she was talking about something else. But oh my god, dude!
No, yeah, I'm here to back you up, bro. I never saw you flirt with that chick who did Playboy.
Network? Did she do Playboy?
Yeah.
Really? That doesn't make me think any differently about her.
Yeah, no, not at all. He did not flirt with her.
I didn't. Networking and flirting are very different things. Line.
You're right. They are very different things.
And that was TI5. Actually, we weren't married.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Fair enough.
But still, I wasn't flirting.
No flirting.
Nope.
So anyway, we're going to be at Gamma Ray Games, 501 East Pine Street.
TI has been after. I got married 3 months after TI. The next TI, I had a baby 3 months after. What's going to happen 3 months after that? Do I die?
That's all that's left.
Dude, if I die...
It'll be here
you
on the
can
show.
Have my BMW. Okay.
Can we write that in a will before we go?
Sure. You can have my BMW.
Because I'm going to sell it and get a Mustang.
I think it's like a 740 Li. Second I drive it off the lot, though, the price is going to skyrocket down, dude. So you won't get that nice of a BMW. Mustang
please,
or whatever.
folks, please show up to Gamma Ray Games about an hour after the event. If you're going to be in the Seattle area, whether you're going to TI or not, everybody's welcome. We'd love to meet up with all you fine folks and pack that place full of .p people and fans and record a show and get to hang out with you guys. And they're open until, I think, like 10 or 11 o'clock that night. So we're going to hang out and who knows what happens after, you know?
Smoke some legal marijuana.
Might happen. No. Won't happen.
I'm a dad. Like, come on.
But we don't care if you do.
Yeah. I just thought I'd throw that in because it's legal. So I just got back from Colorado.
Uh-huh.
I'm now going to Las Vegas Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
And then Washington right after.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be in 3 of like the 5 states where it's recreational.
Through Oregon on the drive.
We'll pass through Oregon. California, I'll be going to soon.
Uh-huh. But yeah, you'll be there soon.
And then Massachusetts just recreationalized it.
Oh, really?
Recreationalized. Is that a word?
Sure, that works. I like it.
Yeah, I think it works. Yeah, dude, I think it's just going to flip.
So you're running drugs is what you're admitting to here on the podcast.
I'm surprised TSA agents aren't thinking so. You know what I mean?
Well, these days, so many states have it legalized that, you know. I think we're bordered by states
I'm telling
on all
you,
sides.
I'm in an airport all the time, and they don't look for shit. Like, I swear to God, I could bring like 8 pounds of pot through, and they'd be like, "Go ahead, sir," because I look like a dad. You know what I mean?
Look like a dad now.
But
it's really
all
sad.
the time, I see this. I do. The stereotypes are true at the airport.
It's getting bad.
I know it's true,
Yeah.
but it is true, and it pisses me off.
All right,
And I do yell at them, and I say, "What did you do wrong?" I do that because I'm a dad. Yes, I do.
You're so embarrassing to be with. Why do you do this shit?
Because, dude, I don't know.
The worst place to be a social justice warrior is when you're in line at TSA.
At least I do it publicly.
Fair
At
enough.
least I'm not on the internet hiding behind anonymity.
I'm just saying that's the worst place to do it, it turns out.
And yeah, I'm a little crabby because I'm in an airport
Uh-huh.
and it blows and it's packed and they're pulling some guy aside who is totally being profiled. And I do say, profiling, or what did he do wrong? And I'm alone and everybody looks at me and then I go about my day. I don't see anything weird about that.
No, nothing at all.
And that TSA agent probably goes home and thinks, yeah, I'm a dick. I profiled.
He probably does. Or she does. Or they do. Okay.
They.
Can I end the show so I can go watch Game of Thrones?
I want to watch it too.
Follow us on Twitter at @p_show. Find us on defenseofthepatients.com. That's our website. You can get all the episodes right there. You can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/.ptv1, twitch.tv/.ptv. Email us at defenseofthepatients@gmail.com and leave us those iTunes reviews like Joy Thief did. We love them. We read them here on the show, and it's one of the best ways you can, freely support the show without giving us any money. And if you do want to give us money, well, God bless you. Go to patreon.com/defenseofthepatients. You can donate there, and there are a ton of really cool rewards. Replay reviews, Roland gushes, which we got to do. We should do a good.
I got that meeting where it's like, anyone human being, you gush about people, and so it's made me think twice about it.
Well, we'll save the gushing for the end of the episode.
No,
so if people,
if I want to fucking gush, I'm gonna fucking gush.
Well, I don't care if you. Gush.
I'm the goddamn boss.
I told you could gush.
I'm the boss, and you're the boss.
I told you gush all you
want.
Why
the fuck do I listen to anybody else?
You can gush. I would love for you to gush.
God,
I'm just waiting for you to gush.
Would you be the Kingslayer if I was like, I want to burn .p and all of its citizens?
I would definitely.
You would?
Yeah, Jamie Lannister. Yeah,
Lannister.
A little less incest, but yeah.
Do you have a? Oh yeah, you have a half sister.
It
is a little less
sisters.
incest. You're right. It's only a half sister. All right, close the show.
That's gonna do it for us, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, this is Cyphus for Roland saying good luck.